So I picked up this Star Wars Black Series Darth Vader. This is the Emperor's Wrath version with a purple face. You can only score this guy at your local Walgreens. He is an exclusive to them. He'll run you about $19.99 MSRP, and he comes in a black box like every Black Series, with a nice window display and a cool illustration on the bottom right.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker.
So I usually don't buy Black Series because the paint applications are usually poor, and I'm not a very good painter myself, so I can't fix them. And the sculpts, although on most of the masked figures they're fine, but the sculpt on Darth Vader is horrid. He looks like a bullfrog, or somebody melted his mask. I don't know what they did or what they were thinking, but it led me not to buy it.
As you can see here from the photos, his enlarged eyes and his sunken mask into this chest just led me not to buy it. So you could see with this one,
I thought it covered up the one major flaw from the first one and made it a focal point in a cool looking new way. I don't know. It's the first time I've ever seen one of these see-through Darth Vader helmets, so I had to pick it up.
Let's take this thing out of the box.
So here's old Anakin open. I have to say right off the bat, opening him up, I was surprised how flexible he is. He's very easy to pose and move. He feels very fluid in his motions, and he stays where you put him, which is very, very nice for figures. And another point I noticed right off the bat, once I opened up the figure, was the head. As you can see, you get a big, nice square right there that attaches the top of the helmet to the bottom, but it's clear so you could see it. I think they probably could have got away with making this helmet detachable, so you wouldn't have to see that, but it might have made the top plastic piece thicker, which I would probably would want anyways. To get rid of this, it's just, it looks out of place. It looks like there's a bubble on the top of his head, and it doesn't look good at all. And another thing, as well as on the helmet, it seems like there's two major indents on either side. You could see it glistening off the light right here, like right here, and on the other side, right there. It's like maybe when they put it together, they used the force of their fingers to hold it in place while the glue set, and it gave us a nice little dent on either side of his helmet.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
That being said, what I do like about this figure, I do like that they give you a little weighted tips, although they do kind of look out of place. They do keep the cape pointed towards the ground and not popping out. I also like the skull they put in there. It's an actual skull. If you really look closely, it's kind of hard to see in the video, but it's there. It's pretty neat looking. They put a little blue lightning bolt, force lightning, going across it. Kind of gives it that biker look on there. Besides the little air bubble on top, it looks pretty darn cool. I'm digging it. Here's a close-up shot of the helmet. Sorry, there's a lot of reflection on there, but you could make out the skull on there with the lightning bolt. Pretty nifty. Pretty cool. He's got a little hole in the back of his head. Unwanted, but whatever. Yeah. Pretty nifty.
Yes.
You have paid the price for your lack of vision.
Another great thing about this figure is the posability. He's very easy to pose. His joints stay where you put them, and there's a lot of them. Let's go through them now. From head to toe, he's got a nice swivel with his head and move all the way around. His arms don't swing out that high. Arms swing out to maybe about here, going up. But they do turn all the way around if you want to do that. At the elbow, he's got a nice twist all the way around, and he can go in and out to basically where a natural human can without breaking off their arm. He's got a nice little feature here on his wrist. His hand pops off from when Luke chops it off, and you get nice little cabling in there. Little chopped cabling, which is pretty cool. Another added feature for this figure, for this version of Darth Vader. And it pops right in there nicely, the way it is right there, so check that out. First time I've seen one like that. It goes right in there, and it stays on. It doesn't want to fall off. For his waist, he has a little ab crunch, you can see right here. They have it lower, they don't have like a sticking out like the Marvel Legends do. But he does get restriction from his belt and his crotch pad. On his legs, he does have a thigh twist, as well as really good range of motion in here. He could kick a soccer ball, he could do whatever. It's pretty nice. On his knee, he's double jointed right here. He's got a joint on the bottom and on the top. His boot, he does not have a twisting joint, which is kind of, it's good. You don't really need it because his foot here bends so nicely up and down, and we get a nice little rotation on there too. So you get a lot of nice lunging positions out of him. I don't have the original Black Series Darth Vader to compare him to because I didn't want to pick him up. He was horrendous looking. This one, less so. It does look like he does have a different face sculpt, but it could just be the see-through mask. And I can't really compare either way, but he doesn't look like he's melting into his chest like the first one did. He's got a nice little neck here. So, I also like that he comes with a little chain instead of a chain made of cloth or just sculpted in there. It's always nice to have that. It's a little chrome chain, and it's reflective, and it looks nice. Yeah.
Also, he needs a little clock on it too. Talk of the town.
He does come with 3 accessories. His lightsaber hilt.
Very nice. Very nice.
His lightsaber, which attaches.
Very nice. Very nice. Mm-hmm.
And he comes with a little delayed sound work there, but yeah, a chopped off hand from when Luke gave it to him after he was talking about his sister. You know, you don't talk about somebody's sister, even if you're the father. Shit ain't right. Get your hand chopped off.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, this Vader is pretty crescent fresh. I do like him. I like the purple helmet. I like the lightning bolt on the skull. I like that you can see the skull. I don't like that you can see the peg on the top of his head, but what are you going to do? It's there. It's a cool Vader variant. I would pick him up if you can. Like I said, he's only at Walgreens. He'll probably be pretty easy to find. Probably. When I picked this guy up, there was 2 other ones, but you know.
It's getting hard out there.
So one day, if you're out in the wilds of Walgreens and you spot this Vader sitting on the shelf, give him a shot. Especially if he's discounted. Heck yeah, it's always buy a discounted figure. So happy hunting, and I'll see you guys next time.